As an audience member, which I am, I missed the GrubCast. Thank God the GrubCast is back, so now I can show my parents. I can be on a long vacation car ride to the Grand Canyon, and I can say, "Hey, Mom, have you heard of this? Funny little show?" And I play the GrubCast, and then her ears start bleeding, she's screaming in agony, and then I get a free car because my mom is dead from the GrubCast.
But she was like, "Man, I fucking love the GrubCast."
Yeah. In the afterlife, later on. I'm like, how'd you feel about that podcast? She's like, oh, it was great. I loved it.
It was amazing.
That was unrelated.
Until my brain melted.
Welcome, everybody, to the only Homestuck podcast.
Yeah.
There aren't any others.
I don't think anyone else has ever heard of it.
I don't even know what Homestuck is. I've just been getting very lucky with my guesses this whole time. Man, we're back. After some
minor technical difficulties.
Yeah. Well, no, they weren't technical, but there were some difficulties. But those difficulties have been, if not resolved, pushed to the side for that sweet, sweet content. Hey there, you person.
Yes, you.
You, right there. I love you. Not even parasocially. This is not a parasocial relationship. Just fully socially. I love you. And you... should join the Discord server and follow us on Twitter. It's super cool. They're both linked below.
There's so many cool guys in there.
You will get to see epic tweets from yours truly, such as "Simply Be Ballin'," which is a real tweet on the GrubCast Twitter account. We did it. We made content. Also, if you want to put on the Emperor's new clothes, which are totally real, by the way, you can give us money on the Patreon. And that will make you be a king in the eyes of the peasantry. On the Discord server, you'll get a funny roll. It'll be cool. You'll get artwork if you donate $5. Look at this artwork on the screen.
Whoa.
I'm not sure what it is yet.
Whoa.
I haven't drawn it yet. But it's probably like one of us going Super Saiyan or something.
It's probably really neat.
And if it isn't, it's cooler than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think it's really funny like to make the official artwork like scribbles and like nonsense when we get to Homosuck. But technically it would be just as accurate if like every art from now on was like MS Paint bullshit, right?
Yeah, just absolute chaos.
But like people are paying for it. I can't really get away with doing that. So there's only one. We're back to normal art again. Speaking of our patrons, thank you very much to our patrons. Our $3 patron, Not Lama. Our $5 patrons, Adrian Brazil, Demon Girlfriend, Correct Tooling, Lizard King, Changeable Landscape, Blue Liz, My Homestuck Dante, and Mia Bowman. And our one custom $10 patron, Rohan Padmakumar. Thank you all so much. We have a lot of fan art to get through. Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of it. E.T., I regret to inform you that you have been gypped. You have nothing. They don't care about you. I am the famous one. I am the GrubCast. But don't leave, because if you do, then I'll have to do a show by myself, and I'll be sad about it.
It will kind of change the dynamic if I'm not here.
Well, no, I'll just perform as you.
Yeah. Pretend like you don't know what's happening.
I'll record one audio track, and then I'll listen to that audio track and improv as you, and then I'll just put them together and post. And I'm doing it right now, actually.
Yeah.
That's what this is. I'm dipping my hand a bit.
Actually, E.T. never existed.
No, E.T. was never real. He's entirely... I forgot to take my schizophrenia medication one time, and now the GrubCast is here. First piece of art from Remy900. Remy has done a whole new set of sprites for us. Look at that.
Aww.
They just did this. There we are. We got our normal selves, we got our dream selves, and our god tier selves. And they look beautiful. They look like they're straight out of the fucking comic.
Heck yeah.
Look at... Yeah! We are styling. Your air outfit looks better than my seer outfit. Because I kind of changed my seer outfit a bit for the artwork, but this is like the actual
like seer
canon
from, like,
seer outfit.
Yeah.
So we're continuing the theme of putting Molten in a dress. It's just we're keep doing.
It's what the fans want.
It's what they want. Don't give them what they want.
We gotta
as
please
long
the
as
masses.
they're getting me money. I'll do whatever you all want for money. Don't quote me on that.
That's a direct quote.
As long as you don't ever ask me to do anything, in which case we can all exist in the hypothetical assumption that I will do anything for money, even though I won't. Next up, I don't really know what to call these. Fucking Sunny, Flower, and Harmony on the Discord server has made just whatever this is.
What?
I don't I don't know how to describe it.
The Rizzler.
It's me. That's one that's me on a skateboard. It's like Japanese or like Chinese tech. This one's Toby in a similar situation. He has a gun in this one.
He has a gun.
Yeah, and I don't know what's happening. This one also says Rizzler. I don't know what this is. But it's great, and I want more.
I love it. But
17 more of them.
But I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. But thank you very much to Sunnyflower and Harmony. We got a lot from Harmony. We're going to skip the big one until the end here. We also have, from Karak Tooling in the Discord server, the original first 6 episodes of the show have an entirely different thumbnail style. So they've started using the artworks for the thumbnails. Yeah. But before, we didn't have artworks, really. We had, like, but we didn't have, like, a new one every time.
Yeah.
So the old, like, thumbnail style is basically just, like, a panel from the comic with a number on it. And so he has taken the liberty to draw their own thumbnail for GrubCast episode 1. You are about to get hit by a fucking meteor and die.
Bite that apple and die.
And there I am with my lovely little laptop taking the place of Rose. The idea was thrown around that we could hold like community submissions for like the thumbnails. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but it was thrown around by someone on the server. So I don't know. You listener, tell us in the comments if you think it would be cool to have the community try and draw new thumbnails for episodes 1 through 6. And if you don't think that's a good idea, then we won't do it.
If everybody hates it, we just won't do it.
But we'll pretend. Next up, by Sunnyflower again in the server, it's Moltate. Is what I'm going to refer to him as. I got the cigar. I have the bathrobe.
You went to the famous John's
Pizza. My favorite pizza restaurant. I don't even know.
Delivery.
I'm hiding out. I'm hiding out in Doc Scratch's mansion, which has mysteriously been relocated to Romania.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, as it always is.
That's a summer home.
Is that a tiny fucking totem lathe there? Why is there a tiny totem lathe? I feel like that has to be a reference to the original video, but I've only seen it like once. That's so good.
I don't know what that could be. But
incredible.
I like it.
Thank you. By Leah in the server. This is Dirge, bitch. We clowning this motherfucker. Take your sensitive ass back to Prospect. Incredible. I love it. Now we have 2 more pieces from Harmony. Harmony's name is going to be all over this. There's just a nice little me, which is beautiful, as always.
Yes.
Harmony just will randomly draw, like, just us. And be like, there it is.
Oh, by the way, guys, here.
There it is, and it's great every time. More importantly, though, this has been overshadowed by the fact that Harmony has done an entire animation for GrubCast. This is the first GrubCast frame-by-frame animation. And it will be linked in the description, because I'm not going to fucking steal it and put it in our episode. Fuck off.
Go look at it. Go look at it over there.
Go watch the link in the description. I'm going to play it for ET right now, and then we will return after we've seen it and talk about it. But you, listener, go watch it. It's linked in the description.
Hi, it's Vince with Sham Wow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge.
We're back. It's like the cutest thing ever.
It's adorable.
I'm doing a little dance. I'm waving around. And I get the outfits. I have the different outfits. Wait, what are the outfits? I'm gonna check again. Okay, there's me in the maid outfit, of course. The classic Molten maid outfit. I'm in Vriska's coat for one of them. One of them is
Callie.
One of them's Caliborn, which is incredible. And one of them is you. I dress up as you. So there we go. You get a little bit more
Molten and
representation.
ET cosplay.
It's beautiful. It's like the best thing I've ever seen. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Harmony.
Yes, it is very much appreciated.
That was incredible. That's like the best thing I've ever seen. And it makes me happy.
Someone to look on that and just not know anything about GrubCast.
Yeah, and just be like, why is this motherfucker?
What is this? Or even if they know Homestuck, they're like, who is this guy?
Who is this guy? And why is he a Vriska and a Caliborn?
And a Caliborn. And that one guy with a headband.
And now he has a headband on.
And a maid.
Incredible. There we go. That's all the fan art. Fucking finally. Thank you all so much. And now, let's get to the fucking meat and potatoes. Let's get to the nice Thanksgiving dinner.
Potatoes.
Homosuck again.
Yes, we're back to the classics. The best part of the comic.
It's the only comic now. All of it is Homosuck. In fact, all the last 6,000 pages have all been deleted. Only Homosuck is left. Now that John is dead, which happened at the end of Homosuck Act 1.
Yeah.
John has died. Thank God. That guy sucks.
Didn't he just blow up?
Yeah, he just fucking blew him up with a meteor. It was like the meteor comes in and he fucks it up and now he's dead. And he's like, now we have the alpha male. And now that the alpha male is here, he can... What did he call them? A comely harem of hoochie mamas, I believe is what he called them. He spawns... Wow.
Cool.
You can tell that whoever was driving that has a massive penis. You can tell.
I can see it from here.
Through the walls.
Flapping out of the window.
God, fuck that guy. How dare he intrude upon our sacred space.
But yeah, so the alpha male's back, and alpha male, acquire comely bitches.
Acquire comely bitches. And they appear. Rose and Jade and Roxy and Jane are all here now. And they're all here to follow him around, I guess.
Yeah, that's really it. Which
is pretty in character with what Caliborn is all about.
You've seen harem anime.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, this is but one step on his way to draw the mangas. Soon he will be...
He's understanding it conceptually first.
Yes.
He's got the pieces. Now you just gotta get the art style, though.
The art style will come once you understand the foundation. Okay, last time I believe we talked about John's powers, right?
Yeah, how he's flipping through everything.
Yeah, so now, of course, John's powers are that he can travel throughout the comic, and now Homosuck is the comic. Yeah. So he's here. Say hi to John Egbert, he's here.
He's like, oh fuck, God, he made my friends look weird.
He's disgusted. He's horrified. He's watched this is just like in Yick. This happens in Yick.
Please expand on that.
Well... I probably should, yeah. In Yick, Alex Yick walks out of his house one day, and then everything's like a weird MS Paint drawing. And it's meant to be like a similar thing to this, where like everyone has been reduced to like a surface level caricature of themselves. But then, of course, unlike in Homestuck, the high intellectual art that is Homestuck, where you are allowed to internalize this symbolism. I almost call it symbology. Yick then has, everything be explained to you. It's like everyone had been turned into a caricature of all the people I knew. And it's like, yeah, I get it, Alex. I know. I understood. Toby, if you're listening to this, don't listen to this until after you've finished Yick. Anyway.
Yick spoilers ahead. You're gonna have to...
Yick spoilers in the past. I hope you were listening to this episode in a non-chronological manner, so that you will know that in the past from now, there are Yick spoilers. No one gives a fuck about Yick, whatever. Unless you listener, are someone who cares about Yick.
I'm a hardcore Yick stan.
If Alex Yick in the real world,
we're all
real
Alex Yick, really.
YouTube... True, but there's specifically a Yick stan YouTube account called Alex Yick in the Real World that exclusively posts really good Yick memes and fan cams, and it's great. You, Alex Yick in the Real World, if you are listening to this Homestuck podcast, thank you very much.
Please.
And I'm sorry for spoiling Yick for you. I actually have some fucking hardcore analysis here. Do you have anything to add to Homosuck before I start explaining why Homosuck is the most genius thing of all time?
Oh, please go ahead. I don't have any solid takes on Homosuck.
So if you remember, original OG Homosuck was very blatant about the idea that this is Caliborn doing Homestuck, right? Mm-hmm. We are taking a lot of these elements that of how Hussey writes stuff and incorporating it into Caliborn's artistic shit. It's more of the idea of him replacing Hussey as the author, right?
Yeah, how he
and it's done more subtly in this second section here because so now all of a sudden Dave is the protagonist, and that could just be that works perfectly in universe because it's just Dave's Caliborn's super misogynist. He's like, I want the manliest man of all time. Clearly that is Dave Strider. Put him front and center.
Make him the main character. Yeah,
exactly. But also on a meta level, Dave is by far the most recognizable character from Homestuck.
Yeah.
The trolls as a concept might have more.
But not really any individual troll.
Yeah. As terms of individual characters go, it's Dave. You walk into a convention hall in 2013 and fucking you just see 100 Daves. They're everywhere, right? They spawn out of the walls.
Out of time.
Yeah.
It's scary.
So I guess it's comic accurate. that there'd be a million Daves running around. Excellent. We did it. We've done it. Every single Dave cosplayer you see is the real Dave Strider in one massive time loop.
What about that black one I saw?
That one is also canon.
Dave's black.
Maybe.
At least in one timeline.
In one timeline, we have a black Dave.
He's like, wow, this changed absolutely nothing about my character. Anyway.
We did it. Anyway. I can't make that joke. Oh, fuck. I really can't make that. I'm going to shut my fucking mouth. I cannot make that joke. All right, moving on.
Whoa, that was risky.
No. Which I think that's a fun, interesting one. Like, Dave has kind of been... There is kind of this idea... We know that Caliborn has read Homestuck, if only briefly. Mostly just to make fun of his sister about it.
Yeah, pick on, like, her for her fan art, and then, like, skim through all the boring bits where they talk.
Yeah, so while this may not be the artistic intent, there could be something there. This idea that, like, Caliborn is this, like, very surface level knowledge of Homestuck, and therefore sees Dave as, like, the main one.
Mm-hmm. What happens to John? He dies early on or something. Anyway, Dave's the main character, though. Yeah, I could totally see that for someone who just picked it up.
Well, not as on the nose as him literally going to Google Images in Homosuck Act 1. In Act 2, him, like, cutting out, like, pictures to, like, place everywhere to build the environments is very reminiscent of Hussey, like, using, like, JPEGs and stuff to, like, populate the kids' houses, which I think is fun. Those are the two big things I got. There we go. Now, Homosuck is genius. You all are aware of this knowledge.
It's unironically the best part of the comic.
It's so good. I love it. It makes me laugh. It makes me cry.
I feel such intense emotion. I was heartbroken when John died.
When John died at the end of Act 1, I said, good fucking riddance to that beta mayo.
I was like, man, me personally, I had the opposite arc. I was like, I'll never recover from this. How am I going to make it through without a protagonist? And then he was like, the alpha male.
Then the
Let
alpha
me present
male
Dave.
steps in the picture and all is well.
And he had all those hoochie mamas with him. How could I hate
all
it?
his hoochie mamas following him around.
But then we get into the intermission.
Oh god, basically the rest of this that happens is that, like, John gets buried under fake Daves, and Dave finds porn. It's really funny, but, like, there's not much to dig into.
Yeah, not much beyond the surface level.
I wish that there was a mode in, like, the unofficial Homestuck collection that you could turn on, like, Homosuck mode and only read through Homosuck linearly. That'd be beautiful. Yes, the intermission. Would you like to take us forward here?
We start on Jane building a tower into the sky.
Yeah, Jane's building... God, fucking remember Spurb?
Yeah, remember the actual game mechanics of the game?
It's been so long since I've seen a fucking, like, Spurb cursor. Like, I saw that, it just hit me like a truck. I was like, oh yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
This was, like, the whole thing. It was like, you use the mouse cursor, and you build up your house and go through portals, and, like, God, remember video games?
Yeah, throw that all away. We're so far from that now.
God, it's completely been rendered irrelevant.
Ancient history. I can't remember.
There's some general background talk of, like, we need to do stuff with the Genesis Frog, but for the most part, it's all like, we need to beat the fuck out of all these bad guys at this point.
Yeah. Now that we're here, it's really just boss fight time. Jane, I can't remember why she's building this pyramid up, to get somebody somewhere.
She's just kind of generally doing the will of the Condess. So I guess she wants her house built up for that. I don't know. She's doing something with the game. Whatever.
Do something somewhere. It might be important. It might not. Anyway.
I forgot this happened, and I think the reason why I forgot this happened is because it doesn't really matter that much. She's playing Spurb again. More importantly, Gamesy is in the fridge.
The most important character in Homestuck is just taking a nap.
In the fridge. There he is.
And he stole the ring.
He has the ring. That's where it went. And Arania did it?
Yeah.
So she's a badman now, but not really, but, like, kind of.
But, like, kind of. She's up to something.
Yeah, she's, like, not evil, but, like, she's kind of evil. Right?
At the very least, this is for sure where her arc is turning that way, you know?
Yeah. Because she has this whole big conversation with Arania, like, with Mina right after. So, Gamesy gives her the ring, and she comes back to life. She's alive again.
Yeah.
She did the thing. We did it. We explained the Ring of Life last time, and now we're back here with it again.
It brings Ghost back to life. She's a ghost. She's back.
Yeah, Arania's back and in John's house, and it's scary. So Mina's talking to her. Oh, fuck, okay, what do you have on this conversation? Because there's one specific thing I want to bitch about, but I think there's some good stuff here. You could have just skipped over it, but it's very important. It's one of those conversations that doesn't seem like it would be, but then they drop some crazy fucky shit in it.
Could you, you go ahead and I'll jump in.
Alright, okay. So Mina's like, hey, I'm sad, come back. And I kind of like this. I like this from a character perspective, because, like, during that whole treasure hunt thing, we had this idea of Mina being like, oh, I need to come back to life and, like, be Empress and be cool and shit. Yeah. But, like, I'm gonna miss my friends.
Yeah, do I really want to leave these people that I bonded with?
Yeah, now that, Arania is gone, she's like, what the
Bro.
What the fuck, bro?
I'm the thief of life. That's my thing.
But, like, fuck all of that, because immediately all of my thoughts go from, like, I like this on a character level to, what the fuck are you doing, Arania?
Yeah, why is she... what made this turn happen?
She explains it here. And, okay, Arania wants to replace the Alpha timeline with a doomed timeline where they win.
Yes.
I want to read this quote. I want to read this quote. I'm going to take over this session, and I'm going to make sure it never bears fruit. If I can stop this universe from being created, then the young Lord of Time will never have hatched in the first place. I won't merely be defeating an invincible foe, I will be erasing all the pain he has ever caused. I am a very powerful Sylph of Light. I have had millions of sweeps to hone my abilities. As one gifted with the aspect of light, certain outcomes will be prone to breaking in my favor. And as an ancient, highly experienced Sylph, I wield an unprecedented ability to heal. A doomed timeline is really just an anatomical feature of a much larger organism, like a capillary which comes to an end because it is withered and died. I believe I will be able to heal this offshoot, and with enough time and patience, I am confident I can restore its vitality to such a great extent it will effectively take over as the Alpha timeline, thus reducing English to a lost footnote of paradox space.
Yeah.
This is fucking dumb,
yeah,
right?
It doesn't make any sense.
This is dumb. This is fucking stupid.
Based on everything we've been told, he's already here.
He's here right now.
That's his whole thing, is that he's already here, and he's here now. Like, it's not even...
Currently.
I don't know
fucking
what...
Neil Breen, famous filmmaker, I am here, ... now. Like, what... Okay, even aside from that, right, this is all theoretical.
Yeah,
right?
This only works on paper, and barely.
No, it doesn't work on paper. She just thinks this could be a thing that could happen. Just to clarify. No. Not even on paper have they worked this out. She woke up one day and was like, damn, that would probably work.
I might be able to...
No! That would be crazy if I could do that. And it's like, got it.
Crazy.
Time to take over everything. So, wouldn't she have to be, like, outside of the Genesis Frog for this to happen? Like, I get, like, Jack can, like, destroy all timelines at once by, like, destroying the Genesis Frog, right? I get that. Technically, right now, they're still on a time limit. You know what I mean? Jack is currently destroying the universe. Their Genesis Frog contains post-scratch Earth, right? Technically, right now, they're on a time limit from Jack out in the furthest ring blowing shit up, right? How does she get there? Any way she would be able to get outside of the Genesis Frog would be pre-scratch. Remember? That's how he got out, was through a portal on pre-scratch Earth after all the shit happened, like with the Exiles. How would she be able to get there? Is there another way she can get outside of it? How? How does any of this work mechanically? And more importantly, if she's going to do actions that will change the Alpha timeline, by definition, she's creating a doomed timeline.
You can't.
How does she make sure... assuming that she can even do all of this, right? Remember when Green Dave was part of a doomed timeline?
Yeah.
He fucking died instantly.
Yeah.
How do we make sure that the universe doesn't just immediately instant kill you as soon as you step into doomed timeline mode? Like, this doesn't work. On so many levels, this does not work.
She's, I think, just a sign of, like, hubris, or, like, her being pulled towards
I have
the,
to
like,
assume that.
Mind Fang version of herself.
This is the only explanation I can come up with, is that the comic agrees that this is insane.
Yeah, like,
and
this is just ridiculous based on everything we put forward.
But I'm not sure. Like, maybe... I guess we can talk about it more later, but, like, I'm not sure. This is definitely being presented, though, in the moment as though this is real, right?
Yeah.
So, you're right, though. I have to interpret this as she's just wrong and in way over her head, and, like, for some reason is arrogant enough to think she can do this. But that does mean I'm taking her much less seriously, because clearly she's fucking stupid, apparently.
Like, that seems crazy. But just based on, Like, the fact that she's had, like, basically infinity to hone her powers as a sylph, and she seems to be directly targeting Jake because she knows that Hope can, like, bend reality through to some extent. It seems as though she's kind of just, like, putting all these ideas in a pot and, like, conceptually, this could work, maybe.
Yeah, that's all this is.
She's just going for a Hail Mary because I want to be in the spotlight just one last time.
This is a Hail Mary, but, like, you couldn't try some of the other Hail Marys first? Like,
maybe just something a little more...
Because here's the thing, right? If you fuck this up, the nature of a doomed timeline is that literally everyone immediately dies, which is the worst possible outcome. So, like, maybe try one of the other ones first. Listen, I'm not saying it was a particularly good plan, but at the very least, if Mina throws a shit ton of ghosts at Lord English, right? Then the stakes at hand are that all of those ghosts die, not literally everyone.
All of everything in existence.
Boop. Anyway.
I do think it's very weird that, like, I wasn't expecting Arania to make this switch character-wise.
Assuming that either this is possible or assuming that either this is possible, right, or she is, super sure that this is a thing that can happen, I can see her making this decision. Yeah,
I could see it based on, like, some sort of, like, if she had some sort of fact-based evidence proving this, or some sort of, like, evidence of something in the past occurring in a similar vein, which I don't know how you would get that, because that timeline would have been erased. But anyway.
Character-wise, this is some really cool shit, right? But like we've said, Homestuck is starting to buckle under the weight of all of its rules and systems and shit that's been established. Anyway, then she mind controls a bunch of Damaras and she flies away in a big ship.
She lets Gamzee speak.
Oh yeah, Gamzee's not happy. Gamzee breaks his vow of silence. Okay, wait, that's interesting, because now I'm confused. How much of Gamzee have we been seeing it be Lord English or be an Arania?
Oh, like how much of the things he's doing is either Lord English or Arania?
Yes.
Doing those things? Huh.
The correct answer is whatever Andrew Hussey wants to be the case at any given point in time.
Okay, I was like, we've only seen the little logo pop up this time.
Sure, yeah, but there's absolutely room here to be like, any time he was being quiet, that could be a vow of silence, or that could be Arania mind controlling him. Yeah. And I have I don't know anymore. Gamzee's just walking around. Gamzee's doing some stuff in some places. Good for him.
He's so important because he gets mind controlled by like 2 guys.
He's getting mind controlled by everybody. It's great. I love it. Anyway, now she mind controls a bunch of Damaras to fly away. And there she goes. And then Jane is in hot pursuit. I'm going to follow that spaceship.
I'm going to get my ship back. First, let me text boss. And she lets Jane know about it. But hey, someone's stealing our ship.
Yeah, Mina informs Serket that we have a whale of a problem. And then she informs Jade that they have a problem of like significant size or something. This becomes the new bit for this section. Okay. So what do you want to say about this?
Are you at the Jake Arania?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Arania shows up to talk to Jake.
And she's like...
She's flown to Durst.
Yeah. She's like, all right, I got this ring for you. You're going to be crucial for this mission I have. And it seems like she's just manipulating him based on the previous fact that he found her physically attractive and could read his mind. Yeah.
It's just all like, oh, do you want to work for me? I'll give you a big fat smoosh.
I'll give you a kiss.
And then Jake says, no.
Oh, God, please.
God's sake.
God.
Why does everybody want to fuck me?
Everybody wants my lips.
Everyone wanting to fuck a Jake will continue to be a theme through the rest of the comic and far into the epilogues.
He doesn't even know why.
No, don't worry. It's not going anywhere. I hope you like it. It will stick around for a while.
Man, so, weird sidetrack. I was watching this show called Dairy Girls on Netflix.
All right, go hit me with it.
And it's a Scottish slice of life coming of age story. Anyway,
fuck the Scots. Anyway,
it might be Irish. I might be misspoken there. But are they any better in your?
I will grant them a pass in comparison to the Scottish.
Okay. But yeah, they're growing up and coming of age. And there's this one dude that comes to their house who's like a plumber or something. And everybody's like, oh my god, whoa, he's so hot. And I'm just like, that's like an average looking dude.
Yeah, he's like fine, I guess.
Like he's not like a bad looking guy, but
we can't even have that experience with Jake though, because everyone's rendered in such a like abstract like form that it's like I suppose he is.
Yeah, I guess he's hot. Everyone in the story treats him as though he's the hottest thing on earth, so I have to accept that as fact for the universe. I guess he is. But it's just a weird feeling of like, man, why? Why is this the one?
I can speak to, even in something like Pastor Quest, where he is portrayed in a less abstract manner, he just looks kind of like John Egbert.
Kind of like John.
Which is like fine.
And no one acts that way towards John.
He doesn't look bad.
He doesn't look bad, but it's like, why is everyone having to stop everything they're doing?
It's gone past what it was before, which is like everyone has a crush on Jake, and it's gone into like everyone just has a boner for Jake.
Look at him. Of course they do, because he's quaint.
He does have a circle for a head.
He does kind of look like John Egbert, doesn't he?
Okay, more importantly than any of that, how is she in here? Right? Like, I feel like we have to bring this up, surely, right?
Used her light power.
No. How is she in here? John teleported through the, like, fucking fabric of canon to get here.
Comic
right?
To get here, yeah.
Jane and Jade can be here in here because they're just allowed to be, because they're evil right now, right? Jane literally followed her all the way here. She would have, I don't know, seen her get out of the ship and I guess just go on a nice stroll through Durst, a nice Sunday night fly through to go break into jail, and fucking no one knows about it? Like, yeah, I get a bunch of chess people can't stop her, she's God, but like, they'd raise an alarm or tell anyone, or I don't know, again, Jane would have seen her with her eyeballs getting out of the ship.
Yeah, because she followed that ship immediately after it started flying.
She was following it. She saw it. She had it in her sights the entire time.
Like, I wonder who's doing this.
And the answer is, it was off screen. Don't worry about it. But like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking just, how light
and the problem is
knowledge, good luck, teleportation.
I guess she was just so lucky that no one saw her. Which, like, if that's the case, show it. Show her. Well, no, she's not a thief of light.
Yeah, no.
If it was a Vriska, then I could see it kind of being like a, she used her powers and got really lucky. Like, I established that. Show me it.
Yeah, like.
But no, it happened off screen. Don't think about it. It's fine.
She got really lucky running full speed.
The problem is that if she gets seen by Jane, then she can't make Jake go Super Saiyan, and we need that to happen.
And we need the time for the story.
Speaking of which, Jake goes Super Saiyan.
But they could have said that. Like, all right, I'm back.
Specifically, the way it happens is that she's gonna, like, heal his mind. Yeah. Man, this is gonna be a more negative episode than I was expecting. I have a lot more to complain about than I thought I was, which is interesting. Next week, we're gonna have a fucking doozy of an episode.
That's late game Homestuck.
We'll talk about it at the end of the episode when we talk about the pages read, but next week, bro, we're gonna have a big one happens next week. So, okay, she talked about, like, healing his mind, right? And I'm sure this would get him part there. Character arc in a bottle, I'm sure would do wonders for your ability to, like, focus and use your powers.
Yeah, and go Super Saiyan.
But, like, now that through Roxy, training your shit is on the table, maybe he should, like, do that.
Maybe he should.
Because, like, it's not even something like John where, John goes God tier and can use wind powers, but it's never kind of stated that, like, now John has mastered all of his wind powers.
He can fully do the wind thing.
It's just like now, it's like, yeah, he has a lot more power, but I'm sure he could do more shit with it. He's starting to get control over wind, right?
Yeah, he drilled through the earth. And
right, and with Roxy, from the get-go, Roxy can create shit out of nothing, but she lacks, like, control, What just happens here is she touches him, does a thing with her power, quote-unquote, heals his mind in some vague sense, and now it's explicitly stated, like, this is the end of a Page's journey. Like, this is final form Page.
This is the top tier.
So we've skipped all of it.
Yeah, all of his arc.
Because he hasn't even really started.
No, I don't see what his lack of hope is. Because that man looks hopeful as heck. We talked about that
at work. Yeah, you mentioned that when we were at work. He's clearly been very hopeful.
Like, he's the
throughout
whole time.
A lot of this, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand what hope he really lacks, but now she touches him, and he turns into a big light ball,
And it's like, gosh, golly, gee whiz.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets.
God.
Oh, but like it's really loud and it reverberates through because that's a really funny bit.
Yeah, yeah.
That when he talks, like it's just this massive fucking text. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there we go. Like we've reached maximum page in like a second.
Yeah.
And I don't even really know how. Arania helped, I guess.
Yeah, if a girl heals your mind with magic, you're full page now.
You get to become a Dragon Ball character.
That's it. I think you're overthinking it. It's really not as nuanced as Homestuck. Pretty linear story if you think about it.
And then like the entire planet like starts breaking apart, and Roxy takes the chance to like phase through the wall, which I think is super cool.
Yeah,
because it shows like her progression in her powers. Now she has more control over like becoming nothingness shit. You know, it's fucking cool shit. It's awesome
instead of just happening out of response. It's a real Miles Morales moment.
Really cool.
And then everything blows up.
Okay. Oh my god, we're gonna keep complaining. I'm sorry, guys. I really didn't think this was gonna be as much of I'm gonna be complaining as much as I am. Jake emerges from the surface of the planet with a tally-ho.
Tally-ho!
And then someone said, I think it was, I forget who. It was either Jane or Jade, or someone said it. The power is exceeding a certain amount in quality.
A very specific unit.
This is an over 9,000 joke.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm not saying like, you know, oh, Homestuck's old and this is cringe, right? I wouldn't be upset about this if we hadn't already fixed this problem. Do you remember the actual function for Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff?
The function for it?
Yes. It served a function. And that function was, I mentioned it very early on, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff was a way for characters to reference in-universe memes that would never get dated.
That way they can never get old, yeah.
Right? It creates... Like, because, like, early Homestuck is a story that can't happen without the internet. It is about internet friends. Mm-hmm. And them, like, constantly referencing memes and shit creates that, like, vibe perfectly, but there's no risk that will ever... You will always get that. Because it's more they're referencing, like, the concept of a meme than any actual real-world thing. This is how you avoid the Life is Strange problem, where every character makes me want to shoot myself because they're constantly saying hella, right?
Tropes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we've already fixed this. Why are you going back on it? Stop. Please.
If I had to guess, I got lazy.
We have a moment of stern fatherly confusion.
Oh, yeah, because her dad's still here.
Oh, this is something I like. I like that Arania is so nonchalant about, like, yeah, you could try and, like, kill me or something, I guess. Because, like, she's so fucking smug about it, but, like, that is a totally reasonable extrapolation of, like, oh, yeah, when you put on the ring, you are alive. Right?
Yeah.
And the logic, I just kind of never thought about it. I mean, I had before, but on first read through, right? Yeah. I had never really thought about it until this point. Like, yeah, I guess if the ring makes you alive, if you're constantly wearing it, you can't ever be dead.
Always be alive. Yeah.
And I like that. It's like it's a really natural extrapolation, and she's just like super smug about it. She's like, yeah, fucking stab me.
Go ahead.
Do it.
The first time I was thinking about this, I thought this was more of a her hubris getting to her. Of like, I'm so
I mean, it kind of is, because you could still absolutely like cut off the finger with it, right? Yeah. But it kind of is, but it's a lot more natural than that, I think. Mm-hmm. Of like, she is too cocky here, but it makes sense why she's that cocky, because she has just gotten a significant fucking buff.
Yeah.
She's graduated from, is she God tier? I think she is.
I don't think so.
Oh, she might not be. I don't know. Even if she is God tier, going from conditional immortality to completely unconditional immortality, barring the condition of the ring, but you know what I mean, is a pretty significant buff. If she isn't God tier, this is insane, right? This is massive. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Jade tries to, like, snap him away.
Yeah, she tries to teleport him out of reality to the furthest ring. Yeah. But he's too hopey.
But you can't.
You got too much hope on him.
Is that really, like... are we just going to, like, lay back and take it? I don't know how else to describe it. Are we just go...
It's just so clear. How would you teleport someone who has so much hope?
It's like the fucking... it's like Andrew Hussey. Like, it's time for your new lore. I mean, yes, honey. Like, right. You got it. Because that is the explanation.
Yeah, that's really all they have.
Why can't she teleport him? He's strong.
He's hoping.
He's really strong now.
He's so hard.
Sure, but like, how
why
would that?
Not? Like, Jack was strong. He got teleported.
Yeah.
Dirk's strong.
No. Jack couldn't get teleported because he has the exact same fucking power.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Like, you can essentially think of that as a frame perfect, I teleport myself back to shut the fuck up, right? That's what that is. Like, of course he has the ability to stop it from happening. That's also his fucking power.
Also his power, yeah.
It's like if me and you are both firebenders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I firebend you, right?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from firebending my fire that I'm bending right now, right? Like, you know, the matchup's weird. Yeah, that's what this is, right? But no, this is just like, I'm going to teleport you. I cannot because
it'd be really inconvenient for the story.
Yeah,
at
it
this
would
moment
really suck if I
happened.
could teleport Jake out to the furthest ring. We need him to be here. Like, fuck. I hate that I'm like this because everything that's happening here is sick.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This is cool as fuck. But like, I can't enjoy it because the whole time I'm here thinking like, but this is like really dumb.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
This doesn't work. How is this happening? The best I can say is that hope is like an aspect of like belief. Mm-hmm. So I guess if he believed hard enough that she couldn't teleport him, I guess she wouldn't be able to.
I guess.
I guess. Hard enough. That kind of follows. But like, fuck off. I'm writing for you, hussy. Do your job, right?
Also, it doesn't seem like he's hoping for much of anything.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of just existing.
Like a catalyst for hope explosion.
He seems pretty surprised constantly and loudly for the next, like,
very
while.
Loudly.
Yeah, like, that's the best I got. But even if that's, like, a reasonable explanation, like, put it in your fucking story.
Yeah, say something about it.
Right? You don't have to be fucking obvious about it. Mm-hmm. Just have something. Just have anything acknowledging that might be the case instead of her trying to teleport him and then she goes, "Oh, it didn't work. That's weird." And then that's it.
I think the direct quote is something like, "His shorts are too tiny. Like I can't look at my grandpa's shorts like this."
Is that really it? If that's the reason, I'm gonna die. If that's the actual reason, I'm gonna die. But I don't think that's the reason, because later on, she tries to hit him with a big blast, and that also doesn't work, which, like, we'll talk about that. Anyway, so, okay. Arania and Jane have a bit of a stare down.
Yes. She is gonna stab her up.
This is what I was talking about earlier. This is what I was talking about earlier, where she was like, "I'm gonna kill you," and she's like, "Fucking bet." Yeah. Oh, you are? Are you? Yeah, fucking do it then.
Doubt it.
Yeah. I'd like to see you fucking try. What happens next? Is this when Jade switches the planets? Sorry. Is this when Jade explicitly says, "I am smart, and therefore I will switch the planets," and then does show? Is that...
I think we go to Serket first.
I think Serket is...
Oh, no, because he's on Jade's planet. And but really, all he does is after the planet switch, and then he goes, "Damn! That's wild." Dave, something crazy is going on over here. And Dave's like, I can't hear you
through the butt.
This fucking double cheeked up watch I got.
I want to draw a distinction because I did just complain about things not being clear and then complained about them making it too clear. So I would like to clarify. Jade being able to switch the planets doesn't require an explanation. Yeah, we know she would be able to do it, right? Whereas Jade not being able to teleport... We would assume that her being able to teleport Jake is the status quo. Yeah. So if she just did that, I wouldn't need an explanation for it, right? Mm-hmm. But her not being able to is a big fucking deal. Like, so why? I need to understand why that is, right? And like we talked about before, if this was fucking Acts 1 through 5, I would trust him to get around to it eventually. I no longer do, right? You no longer have that goodwill from me. You need to fucking give me a reason as to why that can't happen.
We're running out of time to
speculate about it at the very least, right? Whereas something like this, Jade, we know that she can do this, so she does it. Yeah. So why, like, just fucking show us her doing it, right? Mm-hmm. We know that she can do it. If you need to have some type of cue, have her go like, "Wait a second, aha," and then she does it, right? Yeah. But you don't just show her fucking doing it. You don't need her to explicitly state her intent. This is multiverse of madness shit, right? This is when fucking Jim from The Office, Mr. Fantastic, says to Wanda, like, "That's Black Bolt. His powers are this. As long as you don't do this, he'll be able to kill you." And then she does. And then he's like, "Whoa!
Oh fuck, she did the one thing."
Surprise Pikachu face, right? Like, this is what that is. She's like, I think I understand how I could solve this quandary. If I were able to activate my powers to switch our planets, that would do something. Oh, it would make it so we stop blowing up Earth. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for telling me that. Fucking Christ.
I can't teleport
just make it snappier. Have her do it, and then have her just like remark something to Jane, like that should fix most of the property damage, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Just super quick, right? And now I get like, oh, well, she's communicating to Jane why she's doing it, right? So like that. You can contextualize this fucking dialogue within your universe. I really didn't think I'd be bitching this much. I feel bad about it.
It's a really cool scene. They got you in the first
It's
half.
really cool scene. I wish I could enjoy it for how cool it is. But you didn't earn your how cool it was.
No, but visually, very stimulating.
This is when
Mechanical,
Carcat
like,
speaks
what?
into the butt,
Yeah.
which is very funny, and I like it. Less because, like, haha, it's a butt, and more because, like, this is absolutely something Dave would do. Dave is very clearly like, Like, the fact that Dave is so willing to sacrifice...
Like his ability to actually effectively
Yeah,
listen
the
to
practicality
the
of the item for how funny it would be to wear a butt that's a phone. I like that.
message.
It's great.
That's very true to form.
Here it is, alright?
Oh, yeah. Is this the final straw?
They do a big Krungo blast.
Yeah.
That's what Jade says. She says, I'm gonna activate my big Krungo blast.
I'm gonna Krungo
all over you. That's what she says. And so she does.
Mm-hmm.
And Jade, Harley, a god,
Yes.
who is also a sprite, a construct of sperm,
Yes.
who is also a first fucking guardian,
Yes.
the master of an entire dimension,
Mm-hmm.
powered by an unfathomable like artifact in the center of the furthest ring that is the
Yep.
size of 2 universes.
Exactly.
Whatever the fuck that means, is not strong enough to
Mhm.
meet to beat Jake in a big ball.
Should have hoped harder.
I suppose.
uh.
And this is not necessarily a plot hole
Mm-hmm.
as much as it is just confirmation that I have no idea what the power levels are anymore.
Yeah, there's no power scaling here.
That
in
could
the
happen,
slightest.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how powerful Jake is right now.
All they've told us that Hope and Paige are both the strongest class and aspect compared, like respectively. So you would assume that whatever power he has is greater than any power that could be reached by a player.
Which is
But
how is that even conceivably like possible?
yeah, what does
Like
that
it's
even
not
mean?
it's not a hole. It's not literally impossible. But like, what the fuck? How? How is the end of it? Like, I get the end of a page is supposed to be strong,
Yeah.
stronger than another like realized god tier with other fucking powers
with way too many hats on. Like they have way too many powers already.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, all of that didn't matter because he's the Page of Hope.
He's a page now,
And she hit him over the head with the character arc stick, so now he's full power.
So now he's fine.
That's it.
Like fucking Megamind. Yeah. And she gets knocked out.
And I don't even think he's like focusing this beam at her.
No, this is him doing this.
He's just existing.
I don't think he's even really aware of what's going on.
Yeah, he's just yelling.
He's just like just floating in the air and going, "Jump in Jehoshaphat!" and then accidentally, completely I don't even think he realized he did anything.
Yeah.
Just completely on autopilot, like blew up fucking Jade, and she gets knocked out.
That's how powerful the Page of Hope is, man.
I guess. And then Arania Captain Marvels her. She gets Captain Marvel. She drop a big thing on her, and now she's fucking dead.
Which,
like,
what?
yeah. No, that's fine. She's knocked out. Like, I can believe
she's
that.
unconscious, and then a building fell on her.
So Arania, the idea is Arania, because again, she's not like evil. She's only like kind of evil. So she's like, okay, well, you're like actually evil, and if I don't kill you, when you wake up again, you will just immediately get mind controlled again. So I'm gonna fucking grumble this building, and it's gonna follow you. And Jade is fucking dead.
Yep.
Like, actually dead. It's just fair. It's a just death. This makes sense. But Jade Harley is dead. But also, did that really have any impact on you?
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's over.
I think I would have cared more earlier on about something like that. Like, earlier in the story.
Yeah.
But at this point, that really
there are so many mechanics by which characters can come back to life. I'm just assuming it's going to happen.
Like, someone will give her a ring or something, or pull a magic what's it out of their butt. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. And that's where we're ending off here, with this epic Wizard of Oz reference.
Yeah.
Because what this reading section has shown is that Hussey is willing to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And, like, that's cool and all, like, you can do that, but all it means is that I'm asking questions and not actually getting hit by, like, the emotional catharsis of the moment.
Yeah.
If this scene was tightly written, Jade getting killed hurts.
Heartbreaking.
But instead, I'm distracted. I'm focusing on all this other shit.
Especially since, like, that's, like, a character you've been with since, like, the beginning of the show. And on top of that, she's now being controlled against her will to do evil.
Yeah.
Which you know her as a character would never do. But honestly, yeah, the weight of it is just
but
taken away.
The problem is that this whole scene has been rife with, why is this... how'd that go? But why did... What? And then on top of that, like, yeah, like, I have no doubt... I have no doubt that she will come back to life.
They're going to give her something that'll bring her back. Or put her in a robot. Like I'm not.
She'll be fine. I mean, I'm just gonna spoil it for you. Like, she'll be fine.
Yeah,
because like you already know. There's not gonna be any surprise. I'm not ruining anything for you. No. You are well aware. Jade will be fine.
Real quick though, this is only a slight tangent. Who do you think is what in the Wizard of Oz reference? Like,
it's her. She's a witch.
She's the witch
who has been crushed by a house with the red slippers.
Is Jane the robot?
I don't think that matters. It's just the fact that she's a witch getting crushed by the house with the red slippers. That is the reference to the fucking bad witch of the East or whatever getting killed.
Yeah. The wicked elixir of the East.
Yeah. There you go. That's This is one of those episodes where, like, unlike the Ancestors, which bring me a great joy in shitting on and being angry about, this is one of those where I'm just like, man. This was a swing and a miss.
This one was lackluster.
Once again, well, next week is going to be fucking crazy. We're going to have a lot... Next week, Fox. Next week, rules.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This week, speaking of next week...
It was really cool visually.
We are going to...
The fight scene was fun to watch.
Finished Act 6, Intermission 2. And then we are also going to blow through Act 6, Act 3, and Act 6, Intermission 3. Because Intermission 3 is quite short.
Okay.
So that's what we're going through. We're finishing this, then we're doing a Homosuck, and then we're doing all of Act 6, Intermission 3 as well.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing for next week. There you go, that's it.
Yeah. Try to stay away from any tall towers that are going to fall on you.
I hear a strange rumbling sound in the distance. Is that
Jumping Jehoshaphat?
Oh
my god! It's. I hear him. I hear Jake Harley or Jake English's voice, fucking permeating the entire city. And I can hear it.
Is he exploding over there?
The earth. It's like a fucking earthquake. And then I hear Jake in his loud fucking voice say, "Also, you should donate to the Patreon and follow us on Twitter and join the Discord server and hang out."
That was a weird plug, but
that is weird.
Totally right.
I appreciate you, Jake, for that. I don't understand why you have any fucking vested interest in doing that. But oh my god, the rumbling from his great voice is shaking the very foundation of my apartment, and we're going to be to get out of here before my fucking house collapses.
Oh god,
this is horrific. Oh my goodness, will we ever come back for the coolest fucking animation of all time?
You'll never know.
Find out on the GrubCast.